So today we have something from Hidizs and this is called MS1 Galaxy and it is priced at around 1300 Indian rupees, a very entry level and a very beginner price point. And at this price point most companies don't put in a lot of efforts in box and packaging, but here you're looking at a very nicely built box. On the inside you have your IEMs and they even put those plastic protectors on the faceplate so that it doesn't get scratched up even at this particular price point. And then you have a cable and some extra pair of ear tips and a very standard paperwork, and they have also included a card with that Chinese character on it. And when you look at the cable, so they even put a plastic protector on the 3.5mm jack, and I would say that this is like one of the good packaging that you can expect at this particular price point. So if you're looking at that price point of 1500 rupees, so it's being dominated by KZ and its other sister companies. So we already have the very popular KZ EDX series. They also launched the KZ Gale, and now we have the GK Kuntens and all. But the thing is, KZ doesn't make products in that premium level price point, and I wanted to review something from a brand that makes premium tier products, like for example Hidizs. So they are making premium India monitors. They are also making their own DACs and also DAPs, and we had two collaborations with them in the past, and I wanted to review something from them which comes at a very entry level price point and see how would an entry level product from a premium brand would sound like, and can it really be as good as those GK Kuntens and KZ EDX series. And also that's what we'll find in this video. So if I talk about the design and build quality, so it's made from resin, nothing too fancy, and these are available in 4 different colors. I have the transparent one, and you can also get this in red, black and blue. And as this is the transparent one, so you can see all those internals and all. You have the Hidizs branding on the sides and also on the faceplate. The left and right markings are there. And if I talk about the faceplate, so it has that rainbow kind of an effect when light is falling on it from different directions, which is very unique. And with this one they are also including rose gold colored nozzles, which looks really nice. And if I talk about the comfort and fitting, so it's a kind of a design that is very conventional, very much tested. So I'm including like the medium size ear tips that came in the box, and they just fit on very nicely. And also I noticed that these are very lightweight, just 10 grams on each side, so you won't be having any issues related to comfort and fitting. The best part of the unboxing was actually the cable, because first of all it doesn't look cheap at this particular price point. The cable looks really good. It's an oxygen free silver plated copper cable that they have included, and the cable is a completely tangle free cable. You can also see that the cable doesn't have any sort of a memory of its own, and when I took it out of the box and opened the tie, so the cable just got untangled so nicely. So it's really a nice cable. This variant that I have comes with an included microphone. It's a really very sleek microphone. It doesn't have volume controls but just a single multifunction button. And if I also talk about the 3.5mm jack, so it also feels of a very good quality. Just want to mention the cable doesn't have any sort of Hidizs branding anywhere, but it just feels a really nice cable. Now coming to the technical specifications, so these are slightly interesting. So these IEMs are coming with 10.2mm single dynamic driver with dual magnetic circuit design, and at this particular price point they are including polyurethane plus PEEK composite diaphragm, which I was not expecting. I've always said in my videos, do look for IEMs that are having any sort of PU and LCP. So now you have a PU diaphragm at this entry level price point, which is really good. The value of impedance is around 32 ohms, sensitivity is around 107, and it covers a frequency response from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, so a little bit extended on the high frequencies. And these IEMs follow the perfect Harman target curve, which we'll just discuss in a short while. And just because the impedance value is around 32 ohms, so you can include a DAC, like you can go for these entry-level DACs, the Audiophile D7 or Audiophile Spark. And I've also tested out the Audiophile Note, so both D7 and Note work very well with these IEMs. And now let's talk about the audio quality. Now when it comes to the audio quality, so I would say the IEM sounded really very good, and sometimes they also felt expensive because of that polyurethane and PEEK composite diaphragm. At this entry level price point I was thinking that these would be sounding somewhat like KZs, like little bit harsh in the high frequencies with dominating presence of Cs and Ss, but that is not there, and they are sounding very much different from that. So if you look at the frequency response, so they align very well with the Harman target curve. They have a slight lift in sub bass and mid bass, giving you good bass presence, but the bass is not boomy, it's very tight and controlled. And when you look at the high frequencies, so everything aligns well with the Harman curve. It would be liked by most of the people out there. The only area of problem can be that 8000 kilohertz of frequency, which sometimes gives extra clarity in the high frequencies, but you can always control that with EQ and all. When I talk about the music experience, so I tried them with different genres of music. They sounded very good, and they were able to handle different frequencies very well. They have good bass presence and good clarity because of that lift in 8000 kilohertz of frequency. But when it comes to movies, I would say they were a little bit forward on the dialogues for some reason. And when it comes to gaming experience, so they have good separation, good imaging. You can very well use these for BGMI and all. You won't be having any sort of problem. Overall, I would say that just don't tie yourself in that small window where you have handful of KZ IEMs that sound almost the same, but you should also give a try to IEMs from other brands as well. Here is the sample of microphone, and for your better understanding, I am comparing them to the GK Kunten in this audio comparison. So make sure to subscribe and follow me for more, and if you have any doubts, make sure to drop your queries in the comment section below. So this is the sample of the microphone. I am wearing the earphones very normally and the fan in my room is on. Do let me know what you think about the audio quality in the comment section below, and now let's head over to the audio comparison.